Body painting. Do you know which materials are painted on? What about paper walls? In fact, you can also draw
This
on the
person
human
is
body.
entering on top of his own body.
Painting. Can you tell what he drew? You can't tell just by looking at one part. Then put your hands on your face. Now do you know what he drew? Transparent sculpture. Have you ever seen
General
sculpture can make people see the outline clearly? But this sculpture is different. He looks transparent, but in fact, he exists. The reason why it looks transparent, because of this sculpture. It is made of thin sheets of steel. Doodle balloons on birthdays. There are some kind of styled balloons that are usually blown up. The gas lamp of the birthday. But these balloons are very fragile, not easy to preserve. But the graffiti artist has made a gas that can be preserved. They painted the balloons right on the wall. This way it can be stored forever. The warship disguised as an island is so big that the world is full of islands. During the Battle of the Pacific in 1941, in order to avoid the Japanese attack, a ship named the Abraham Crenson by warship forcibly disguised as an island. Speaking of this camouflage skill, I really have to admire the wisdom of the Dutch soldiers. Centralized wisdom. John brought stones from a nearby trees will bring a 57-meter-long warship dressed up as a realistic island. Therefore, he escaped the 50 chairs of the Japanese army. This chair looks amazing because it looks like he was cut off with a knife. But the chair didn't fall down. So why is this chair? It didn't fall down. In fact, maybe I noticed there was a carpet underneath. There is a steel plate under the carpet, so the full weight of the chair is concentrated. It's just that this chair is not a small price. Tens of thousands of dollars. The chairs in the chair art show fit apart. Here's a girl standing on the farther chair. From the front, it looks like you're standing on a chair. Realistic painting. If your painting skills are excellent just like the person in the video, to achieve the effect of faking, you can tell the difference between which ones are painted. He also drew the pen we use. Which one is drawn, do you know? Except these and reflective spheres. It can also draw a real circle. The ball is exactly the same. Lanterns. This leg looks like it's wrapped with lanterns, different colors, but actually lanterns on this guy's legs. I actually painted it myself, except it doesn't shine. Almost identical to the real thing. Kinetic sculpture. What kind of sculpture have you been amazed by? The sculpture that will be located in the kinetic phase of plastic. What amazing chemistry does this produce? Today, let's take a look at the sculptors together. Impressive kinetic sculptures. The most worth mentioning is it's a unique dynamic. It consists of 21 metal connected rods into a basic structure. When you rotate it, you give it kinetic energy. It looks visually, it's like bending and deforming. In fact, it is the same origin as the exact sculpture in the picture. It's like a flower blowing in the wind. The ornamental value is simply too high. Small I admire the ingenuity of the great sculptors. Abandoned train, you know, abandoned. Where do trains eventually go? Someone found an abandoned train. It looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. But there are no trains actually. It's a group of people on the outside wall doodling to make the wall look like a train barbell. A person is exercising, but just lifted the barbell halfway. It's smashed again, just when everyone is feeling worried. The painting style turned into a plastic man. Observation. Speaking of observation, many people may be confused. Could it be that people are disguised as magic? In fact, during World War I, the French army came up with the idea how to observe the enemy situation. The method may sound fanciful, but it was a success. Before construction observation, the best viewing position will be measured by the engineer. Drop more bombs and blow up some trees. In the original position of these trees, place some hollow and realistic fig trees. Soldiers hide in them. Of course, in order not to be discovered, this method is usually used on dark nights. Bar chairs. If you go to a bar, you must find a chair to sit on. When you are about to sit down, you pull out the chair, and it turns out the chair has only 3 legs. So you think you're wrong, but that's not the case. It really has only 3 legs, just because of the designer's design. So that's he can stand on the ground on 3 legs, but the price of his chair is very high. A chair sells for more than 7,000. In fact, the 4-leg chair is still very good. Porny drunk driving. Look at this drunk driving. Do you think he's just a mediocre strange drunk driving? But if you look carefully, look at it from another angle, you will find the body of the wine seems to have disappeared. This drunk driver is made of red oak. It can hold 12 bottles of wine. As for why the body seems to be missing, it's actually because they're drunk. The corner line put a mirror. Therefore, the mirror effect looks like the bottle is gone, but it's just a visual effect error. Petrolow's triangle. It has been called the most improbable triangle in the world. Such a contradictory triangle. It's made up of 3 90-degree cubes. From a normal perspective, think of the impossible. Using visual illusions to connect the
Make it
three
appear
vertices
as a whole.
It looks visually, it's a complete triangle. A visual distortion is an impossible triangle. Become a 3-dimensional triangle that actually exists.